Good morning. It is 10:15 a.m. on Tuesday, May 28th, 2019. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So, I am back from Balticon. Hey! Well, the yay is that I traveled safe and everything went as intended in returning from Balticon, and it was a good Balticon, but it's always that slight little bit of bittersweet when you have to leave. It's over all too quickly. You see the people that you love that you don't get to see very often, and then you must part once more. But it was a good Balticon, and I had a good time there. And one thing that made it really fun for me is that it was the first time in a while that I had a new thing to kind of promote. So, telling everybody about Phyllis Esposito was a lot of fun. I think the launch party went really well. The panels that I was on were all pretty fun. I gather that there were some... So on one of the panels early on, we had a moderator who, I don't know, to my sensibility was just a little bit kind of wanted to talk about his own stuff, and he kind of talked over us a little bit, but it didn't seem that extreme. But I guess I heard that he did that a lot in all his other panels too, and was asked to not moderate anymore. So I don't know. But other than that, that's that sort of mild, oh, this guy's a little weird, was that, to the extent that anything about Balticon was a negative experience, that was pretty much limited to that. So, right? And then making it my way home was mostly, just the mild annoyances of travel. Like, for example, I guess JetBlue doesn't have that many flights out of Balticon, or at least didn't yesterday, and so I arrived at the airport still relatively early, and they just didn't even have anyone at the counter, and so I couldn't even go through security yet or anything because I still had to drop off my checked bag. But again, if the worst part of a trip is that you have to sit on a bench for an hour, it's not so bad. Not so bad. So I always love Balticon. It's so lovely seeing everybody. I got to meet several people who this was their first Balticon, and that was lots of fun. Some of them, I met a couple people for whom it was their first Balticon, and I had never met them before, and that's always nice, of course. But then also, Thomas Reed was someone that I've known online for quite a while, and yet in person for the first time at the first Balticon, and he had a great time too. And it just brings me back to my first Balticon, where it was just this life-changing experience for me. I had never really experienced community of the kind that I found in Balticon. And, I can also, I understand, not everybody necessarily has the same experience there, because I think for some people, the social interactions may be a little bit more difficult. But I hope that everybody had fun. Everyone who was there had fun. And if I saw you, or if I didn't get to see you very much, or whatever, it was just... It's such a whirlwind, so much stuff going on, and I'm just trying to, try to hang on to it. It's a little bit like when you wake up from a very nice dream, and you want to kind of spend a moment just relishing the nice details of it, because you know that it's otherwise just kind of goes into the background. But yeah, it was great. I love Balticon, and in some ways, I used to go to more conventions, and I've kind of gotten out of the habit of going to conventions other than Balticon, but I really should, because I like it. But in the meantime, I'm back. I'm, still this week going to be working from home. I'm off today. I'm not working today, but the rest of the week I'll still be working from home. But next week I'm back into an office routine. That'll be a readjustment for sure. But otherwise, I'm doing pretty good. I think today, if I manage to get out of my PJs at some point, I'm going to go see Detective Pikachu at the theater and do a little grocery shopping. But so I hope all of you have a great day too, whether you're traveling or back to work or whatever you've got going on. I hope it's a great day, and I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes. Oh, yay, Starla! Yes, loved getting to hang out with you too. It always feels like everybody who's there, it's like, oh, I wanted to talk to you more. Oh, I wanted to talk to you more, but there's so many. It's an embarrassment of riches, cool people wise. But anyway, talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.